Good evening, and welcome to the Fortis Institute 2021 pinning ceremony. There's no better time to graduate nursing school, right? This is the year of the nurse. It's been said that the year of the nurse is the time to excel, lead, and innovate. I'm confident that our Fortis grads will fulfill these goals and exceed our expectations. Every year, we welcome individuals into our profession. These individuals are entering our healing profession with brand new knowledge, brand new experiences, and most of all, trepidation about how effective and safe they will be in the coming years as they practice. These students, and most of you know this, but these students have been through one of the most rigorous programs that there is, nursing school. They've endured challenges, sleepless nights, and a rigorous program that many will truly never understand unless they've actually gone through it themselves. They've survived more than 1,400 exam questions, 30+ exams, hundreds of lab and clinical hours, and I can't even count the number of mini meltdowns in order to be here in this room tonight. Future nurses, I want to remind you that historically, nursing has been ranked the most trusted profession. Okay, we've been number one. When you're in a position of trust, in effect, you hold a great deal of power. And with that power comes responsibility. You have an obligation to live up to that trust that's been placed in you. You will have patients and families during some of the most intense moments of their lives. The birth of a baby, the death of a loved one, a changing diagnosis, moments that will alter their lives forever. How you act and the words that you speak in that moment, the extra moments that you spend in the midst of your very busy 12-hour shift, that might just be a day at work for you. But that one brief experience that you have with that patient and their family can impact them for the rest of their lives. My wish for you is that you always remember that as a registered nurse. Before we move along with our program and give you your well-deserving pins, we have a little bit of advice for you from your nursing faculty. First, show gratitude. You would not be here today without the support of your family and your friends. They too have sacrificed along with you, and they've helped you to make this dream a reality. So at this time, I would like you to stand up and face your friends and your family and give them a round of applause. Similarly, you would not be here without the incredible experience of your faculty. They too sacrificed time with family and friends and countless sleepless nights worrying about their students' success. So again, please stand, face your faculty, and give them a round of applause as well. Okay, challenge yourselves. Our lives progress the way they do for a reason. When we face difficult times, the easiest course of action is to give up. Clearly, none of you are quitters. Persevere and recognize that you will be better off in the long run. Nothing worth having comes easy. Third, possess integrity. You're a nurse now. Not only in your nursing practice, but in your everyday lives, conduct yourselves like a nurse. Own up to your mistakes, make them right. Learn from them and become a better person, and in turn, a better nurse. Take care of you. Life balance is important. We as nurses are famous for not taking care of ourselves and for shortchanging ourselves and our family members and not placing us and them as a priority. Remember, you cannot take care of your patients if you can't take care of yourself. And lastly, always remember what it was like to be a student. Take that next generation of nurses that come to your hospital to learn as a preceptor and take them under your wing and take the time to give them an awesome experience that they will never forget. Make them walk away saying, that's the kind of nurse I want to be. So in closing, I just want to remind you that just because you are graduating and just because you have moved on from Fortis, that does not mean we are not here for you. I can certainly say all of us as faculty are here for you. You are now our colleagues and our peers. Your former faculty will be contacting you to assure you're studying for those nursing boards. And we're here if you want to talk at night, maybe the night before you start your very first nursing shift on your own as a nurse, or if you simply need a virtual hug, we are here. And I want to end with a quick quote. This is from Michael Josephson. Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. Congratulations to our newest fellow peers and welcome to the nursing field. And at this time, I would like to invite the president of our college to come up and say a few words.
Okay, you guys know me. I like to hear the sound of my own voice, but I'm going to keep it real short for you. Take a deep breath and say, oh, thank you, Mr. Rudy. Because this is about nurses. It's not about campus presidents. It's about me saying how proud I am of what you have accomplished. Dr. Wilhelm went over all the fun stuff that I usually go over, thanking your family, realizing how hard this program was. But I remember asking probably most of you in an orientation to remember two things. And now I'm going to ask you if you remember that. Do you remember me telling you that the next 2 to 2.5 years of your life would be the hardest period of time you have ever been through? Yeah. And the second thing was, what's my nickname? Come on, not one of you remember? Oh, one of you remembered. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the Flash, and that's because I'm very fast. So I'm going to keep this fast. What I do want to say to you, though, is congratulations. You ladies have gone through not only one of the most difficult training programs that there is on the planet, but you also went through it in the middle of COVID. You also went through it from going from an on-ground school to an online school, back to an on-ground school to a partial online school, back to an on-ground school, back to, oh well, what do I do now? Because of all the stuff that happened. And the one thing that you never did was you never gave up. And so I'm going to ask you to remember that. Don't give up. You have 3 steps in becoming a nurse. The first one you made 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. You said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my mind to it. I'm going to give up my life for several years, and I'm going to go through this training. And I'm going to do it, and I'm going to graduate. You got that one. The second step was actually going through the training and repeating courses. And how many tests did they have to take? I've never counted them all. That's amazing. You did it. And yes, there were tears and frustration and struggles and everything that happened during these last couple years. But the third step is still in front of you. And that step is to keep yourself studying to pass your licensure exam, right? Because that's what we're here for. It's not just to graduate from a program, it's to become an RN. And until you pass that NCLEX, you're not an RN. So I want to give you a week. Would a week be good for them to just party and have fun? And then get back into the books? Can they have a week, Doc? Okay, they can have a week. You get 1 week to go celebrate, have a great time, get some sleep, say hello to all your significant others, and say, yeah, that person that I'm sleeping with at night, hi, yeah, it's me again, I'm back. But after a week, let's get back in the books, ask for help if you need it, and stay in contact with us so we can help you pass that NCLEX and get that RN after your name. Is that fair? Because I guarantee it that I will love if I'm sitting on a gurney and I'm looking up, freaking out because I don't know what's happening with me and I'm in a hospital and I see your face or your face or your face looking down at me saying, hey, Mr. Rudy, hey, Flash, I got you. I'm going to say, oh, thank God, she's one of mine. Make yourself proud. Make your family proud. Congratulations, I'm very proud of you. Well done. And I think, Doctor, you're going to come up next and introduce the next guest. Oh, it's Nicole. Okay.
Sorry, I'm short. Can you hear me okay? All right. So I'm here to just talk about what the difference between a pinning ceremony that we're having tonight and graduation is. So pinning ceremony is when the nursing instructors will give a gift of a pin to our recent graduates to welcome them to the nursing profession. So those you see on the table here. What you'll also see are the lamps, and the significance of the lamps it represents the lamp that Florence Nightingale carried on her journeys to take care of the soldiers during the Crimean War. So we like that lamp to represent the light of learning. The last part is a Nightingale pledge, and what that is someone wrote a pledge for nurses to make to promise that we will care for our patients with integrity, honesty, and being a patient advocate. So at the end of the ceremony, we will recite the Nightingale Pledge. If there are any nurses in the audience, would you please stand and you can read the pledge with us. It's at the back of your programs. Thank you very much, and we will now present awards.
Okay, the first award is the Leadership Award. Now, these students don't know they're getting these awards yet. They're finding this out this evening. So this student that is receiving this award has demonstrated characteristics and leadership by collaborating with faculty, administration, and other liaisons on matters concerning the student body, brought together and mentored students, prepare for initial licensure or registered nursing, conveyed the standards and ethics of the nursing profession, and promoted development of responsibility and accountability, and acted as a role model to other students and members of the nursing profession. Last but not least, assists faculty in helping develop nursing student colleagues who are prepared and ready to lead the profession of nursing. So this leadership award goes to Matilda Goswell. This next award is the Florence Nightingale Award. This award is given to a graduate who exemplifies those qualities of an inquiring attitude, intelligent understanding, makes observations, and therapeutic use of self in maximizing the reparative process towards health in the art and science of nursing practice. This award goes to Savannah Lovell. The next award, Academic Achievement. This award is given to the graduate who has achieved the highest academic standing within the nursing major. Jennifer Thomas. This is the Clinical Excellence in the Art and Science of Nursing Award. This award is given to the graduate who maintains high academic standing, demonstrates technical competency in the clinical area, above average ability in clinical judgment as well as decision making, and in the practice area as well as with patient needs. And the recipient of this award is Angela Perrian. And now we are going to present the students with their pins. So students, if you could all line up and bring your cards. Tasha Cisneros. Tasha would like to thank her family and friends, her job, and God for getting her this far. Without the help of some really great professors like Professor Marquardt and Professor Johnson and Professor V, who pushed her when she wanted to quit. Thank you from the bottom of her heart. Sarah Tardichuk. She would like to thank her family and friends, both old and new, for all of their love and support through this process. She wants to thank you for your encouragement and frequent check-ins. She loves you all. Jennifer Thomas. Jennifer wants to thank her daughters who have sacrificed and missed out on so much while she was studying. They gave her a newfound motivation. Her mom and Justin, and lastly, her encouraging late grandma, who she was caring for in her final months of life, helped her discover her passion for nursing. Savannah Lovell. Savannah would like to thank her family for being so supportive through this 18 months of nursing school. She could not have done it without you. Jessie Penick. Jessie would like to thank her husband and kids for the sacrifices they made and the support that they gave her. Aprecia Taylor. Aprecia would like to thank her fiance for loving and supporting her. She would also like to thank her family for their support and helping with the girls and also encouraging her. Sarah Wilson. Sarah would like to thank her family, especially her mom and dad, for their continuous love and support 8 days a week. Jada Johnson. Jada would like to thank Professor Johnson for encouraging her in Med-Surg 1. She would also like to thank her mom and her Nana for all of the guidance and for listening to her when she needed it the most. She also wants to thank her boyfriend, and above all else, thanks to God. Angela Perrion. She wants to thank her entire family and all of her friends that are here with her tonight. Her 3 children, Michael, Quiana, Quentin, her mom, and Chris, and a special thanks to Dan Bush. Thank you for all your love and support. Matilda Goswell. She would like to thank God first for protecting her and guiding her through the entire program. She would also like to thank her husband, kids, mom, and siblings for the support and always being there for her. Special thanks to all of her professors. She will always be grateful to you. At this time, I'd like to ask all of the future nurses to come up on the stage, and we're going to hand out the lamps, and we're going to recite the Nightingale Pledge.
All of the fellow nurses would join us in the Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will act in assisting others in safeguarding and promoting the health and happiness of mankind.
Congratulations, class of 2021. And you may all take pictures.
Feel free to give it up for them one more time as they exit out of. Come on, they worked really hard, folks. Give it up for these nurses. Yeah.